I've been playing Marathon now for about 20 hours. I have got to level 21, so I haven't unlocked the raid level yet, which is Cryo Archive. But I've unlocked all the factions, put 20 hours in. I've played all the base maps. There's only 3 at present, really. And here's my sort of review of Marathon to this point. First of all, I still like it. I still think it's a really good game. I like the art style. I like the gunplay. I like the gameplay loop. I think normally with extraction shooters, the more you play, the more you risk losing, or the more you put on the line. But in Marathon, yeah, it still has that element, but it feels a lot less punishing in that regard. And if you die and you lose your loot, if you weren't using a free loadout, you can get it back quite quickly. So it's frustrating, but it needn't be the end of the world. Now I've died a lot in this game, like a lot. There aren't any in-game statistics for kill death ratio or how many successful exfils you've had. An exfil is when you manage to leave the level alive, which is probably for the best, because I would probably find it very disheartening. It's not too off-putting in a way that makes you want to stop playing. Like, if you have a bad round, it's a couple of minutes of your life out the window, and then you can just go back and play it again if you want to. If you drop in at the beginning, you can stay in the map for about 20 minutes. Now, I've only done this a couple of times, and it was with people who filled my squad were very, very insistent on waiting until literally the last second. They're like multiple warnings coming up saying, you have to get out now, you have to leave. And they really did push it to the wire. It did make for an exciting round. I wish I would have recorded that. The footage you're seeing here it's not specifically related to what I'm saying. I just captured a couple of hours and just threw it all together as B-roll, so it might not be completely relevant to what I'm saying. I've started to get used to the menus a bit more. Once you sort of find your way around, it's a little bit easier to recognise what's good. The colour coding on each weapon, which is been a mainstay of looter shooters or RPGs, etc., for a long time, helps. If it's grey, which is base level item quality, then I normally get rid of it. There's no point in keeping it. And I think I'll probably get to a point where the green level stuff will start to go as I get more and more blue items, etc. I have not seen anything super rare yet. I don't know. I think once I found a gun that was purple, which I found on the corpse of another player that I certainly didn't kill. But I didn't last long with that, I'm afraid. Regard to the raid, you need to be, as I said, level 25. You need to have unlocked all the factions, which I have done. And you need your loot value, that is the added total of all the equipment you're on you, to be 3,000, at least 3,000. Now, I don't profess to be good at this game. I think the gameplay footage has made this abundantly clear, but that's quite a big ask, and I don't know if I have good enough kit to get me in there. Bungie have said if you hit the minimum requirement, then you will get one free loadout, which is a kind of, allows you to sort of have a trial run, if you will. I understand why they do that, because if the first time you went to that, you don't know what you're doing, what your achievements are, your teammates are unfamiliar, and you die, it would suck. So they've given you a free loadout as if to say, well, look, this is just to dip your toes in the water and get used to it. But I'm talking about the raid. I haven't done it yet. I haven't unlocked it yet, so I'm afraid I can't discuss that here. Sometimes you do. It's random. It's internet gaming. You do get some good teammates, and I've had a couple of really satisfying rounds where everything seems to click, and they revive me. Often they revive me. I revive them. They will set up defensive weapons such as claymores and the like to help each other. We will heal each other. My class, which is a destroyer, which is like a kind of tank, he has an ability where he can use like a riot shield. In a big firefight, I'll pop that up for people to get behind. And I have a special ability that launches it looks like a rocket launcher on your shoulder that does extra damage to enemies. And it's good. The synergy is there. Most of the time, it benefits you to help your teammates because you will get experience points or whatever they're called from them completing their missions, and they will get the same from you completing yours. So it does you well to help each other out, and it makes the game flow better, and it feels more collegial, I suppose is the word. The PvP element in Ark Raiders, it reached a point where fighting other players become unpopular. It hasn't gone away, and it is a mechanic in the game, but most of the time in Ark Raiders, if you meet another player, they will probably say to you, please don't shoot, I'm friendly, I'm just here to do a mission as well. You can go and help them out if you want, you don't have to. But it's a lot more convivial. In Marathon, that's not the case. Like several times I have said over the mic, please don't shoot, I'm just here to do a mission. They don't care. They don't care at all. I have considered turning cross-play off, but I'm not sure if that will help, but that will just lower the player numbers, I think. And people on console can be friendly, so it's not, I'm not a snob when it comes to PC gaming like that. But I just don't think they care. To them, you're just another target, which isn't a complaint. It's just an observation. Like I've never managed to see in the flesh meeting another player actually not end in a bloodbath. Overall, I like the game. I'm interested to see where it's going to go. I still have the raid to unlock. It's the third time I've mentioned that. And that'll be interesting. And I don't know if they're going to add new maps. I hope they add some. To be honest with you, the 3 maps that are in the game so far are, I would call them easy, medium, and hard. But, there's a definite step up in what you're expected to fight with regard to the UESC forces, which are the in-game enemies. Yeah, I think it's promising. I could discuss things like the amount of players that are online, on Steam especially. The numbers are okay. They haven't hit the high of the service plan, but that was free, so that's understandable. But they have hovered around the 55 to 60,000 player mark during the 24-hour peaks. I would like to see that go up, but I'm sure Bungie and Sony would like to see that go up. I will say, because of this ranked play thing and the raid both being locked to the weekends, which some people have complaints about, that kind of thins the normal game experience a bit. I found I was waiting a lot longer to get my squad assigned extra players. Probably because you've got half of them are in, a third of them are in ranked play, and then a third of them are in the raid, or maybe less than a third of them in the raid. But it's splitting the player base up. It's fracturing it even more. Overall, I'm very happy with my purchase. Like I said, I've got 20 hours out of it now. I could see me putting another 20 more in the near future. I don't know when the first wipe is. I think that's maybe June. I think I read somewhere. And then I suspect around that time they'll add more content if people are still interested. So yeah, overall, I like Marathon. Would I recommend it? I don't know. I actually played it with a friend and said to him, buy this on Steam, and if you don't like it, refund it. And he said, oh, okay. And he didn't like it and he refunded it. But I understand why. It is very sort of divisive. And I would recommend, if you can do that, then you should. Obviously, I don't know how it works with consoles. I don't think the refund policy is nearly that generous. But yeah, I'd give it a go. And if you don't like it, you're not going to start liking it. But for me, I'm happy. And that's it, really. So please leave a like if you enjoyed this video. Leave a comment. And feel free to subscribe. That'd be lovely. Thank you very much.